Hello, my friend, and welcome back to 2023. If you've been missing me over the last few weeks, it's because I've had that bit of a challenge with COVID, like others have, and I feel fantastic now, by the way, so I feel great. If this is the first time that you have come to my channel, welcome. My name is Rob Dijanovich, and I am an education consultant that helps you to find your course that is best suited for you in order to help you to build the career and a secure future for you and your family in the future. In today's video, what I wanted to talk about is, are your skills recession proof? Now, what I mean by that is, if there is an economic downturn, will you be able to survive in your current career? Will you be able to survive in your business? Will you be impacted if the economics of your country fall down? So what we're going to talk about is some points in how you can ensure that you build the skills in making sure that you are recession proof, whether it's be career or your business. The purpose of looking to recession proof your career can be quite important to yourself and to your family. So here are a few points that you should consider in how you can go about doing this. The first thing to do is to understand what your skill sets are. So it's important to undertake a skills audit to identify a number of different areas that you can look to improve upon. Then what you would need to look at is studying in Australia really for you, and how can this help you with developing your career or your business in the future? And then what we look at is, how does recession proofing your skills through conducting a skills audit and studying in Australia, how does that help you with your future goals? So let's have a look at a skills audit. In order to conduct a skills audit, what we need to do is identify what are our strengths, what are the current skills that we have that are really strong, that we know can help us in our jobs, in our business, and those kind of things. So once we identify that, then what we need to do is look at, what are the weaknesses? Where are our weaknesses in our skills? Now, it could be social skills, it could be our communication skills, it could be a number of different skills. But the good thing is that all business-based skills are learnable, and that is something that you have available to you. So you may not be as good as somebody right now, but there are opportunities in how to improve that. Then we look at threats. If I was to stay at home in my home country and not undertake any studies, what are the threats to my career and what are the threats to my business? And in today's world, with an ever-changing world, you need to be continuously looking at lifelong learning, because with the disruption of technology in industry, it could create an issue where you may lose your job based on maybe automation, or you may find that there's new technology that comes in that you need to learn, but you may not have the skills to do it, or there may be a change in different roles in your organization where you may start falling behind. So it's important to identify what these threats are. It could also include things like a change in government policy and those kind of things as well. So once we know what these threats are, then we need to look at the opportunities. What are the opportunities to help us to improve? Now, we know what our strengths are, we know what our weaknesses are, we know what the threats are. Then we can look at what opportunities are out there for us in maybe increasing further in our strengths, maybe in how to improve our weaknesses, what actions we can take to resolve or work around these threats as well. So that's part of our skills audit. So then once we've done that, then the next thing we look at is, how is studying in Australia going to help us? So one of the things we look at is, and ask ourselves is, what are the benefits of getting an Australian qualification? How is this going to help us? From that, for example, some people may say, well, having a Western-based qualification in my home country is quite useful. It opens up doors, it provides promotions, opportunities for increased wages, those kind of things. So is this the case for you? And is this what you want? Then the next question we ask is, why study in Australia instead of your home country? Now, it could relate to some of the points that we mentioned in the first area. It could be that it may give you a competitive edge in your career, or it may give you a competitive edge in your business. By having a foreign qualification, it may be a bit more prestigious. Those kind of things all come into play, and it may provide you an advantage. So that's something to look at as well. Another question you could ask yourself is the investment in myself worth it? Now, studying in Australia can be quite expensive. So in general, what I normally say to students is, if you're looking to study a vocational course in Australia, you need to be looking somewhere between $9,000 to $10,000 per year in just the tuition fees itself, because the cost of studying vocational programs in Australia has gone up. And if you're looking to go into university, the pricing for that has gone up even further. The average price now in a university, the minimum that I've seen just for a business degree, is roughly about 60,000 Australian dollars. And generally, degrees will range between 70 to 100,000 Australian dollars over 3 to 4 years. So it's quite a significant investment. So these are some things that you need to look at and really identify, is this what I really want to invest in for the future? Talking about the future, then what we look at is, well, how do these things align with your future? So we look at, is this what I want to do? So is the qualification that you're undertaking going to help you with building your career, building your business back home or in Australia? And is it something that you're passionate about? If you're not passionate about it, it could be a thing where you may regret it in the future. So if you have the passion for it, it's something that you really enjoy doing, or you feel like you're really going to be enjoying it, then I would recommend you go for it, because there's nothing worse than being in a job or a career that sucks the life out of you. I've been in those kind of jobs myself before, and it's not great. It's not great for your mental health. It's not great for your family. So it's always important to go for an area that you're really passionate about. Then the other thing you also need to consider is, are there good employment prospects in the field that you're looking to study in to help you to build your career? Now, there are a number of things you can do here. You can undertake some research in the local job market or even in the Australian job market to identify what are the opportunities once you become qualified. It's important to also do this for, if you are looking to study in Australia, for your genuine temporary entrant letter, because these are some of the things that you need to prove that you have a good understanding in. So let's say, for example, if you're going to invest $40,000 in studying in Australia, if you are investing that much, how is that going to help you back home in your future? Like if you're on a, let's say, a $1,200 a month wage, based on your currency, based on Australian currency, and if you get this qualification, will that increase your potential earnings to maybe 2,500 Australian or 3,000 Australian? They're the things that you got to look at. Is it gonna? What are the chances of you getting a job as well? Like, is it 80%, 90%, 100%? Those kind of things. These are the things you need to ask yourself and look at when you're looking at your future, because it's really important that you do this. It's not only going to affect yourself, but it can also affect your family, especially if you're borrowing money, because that can also create some issues for you as well. And the next part is, can I see myself in this career for the next 10 to 20 years? You need to really consider this, because changing careers can be quite difficult and can be quite costly. People today do it more often, In the old days, growing through, maybe our family, our parents, they would change their careers maybe once, maybe never. They may be in a job for 30, 40, 50 years. Today, the average career is around 7 years, and it is quite a significant investment based on what we were talking about earlier. So you need to really consider, is this something that you want to do for the next 10 to 20 years? Now, a good example of that for myself is that I first started out in the military. That lasted 3 years because of injuries and things like that. Then I got into logistics and warehousing, and I did that for maybe 8 to 10 years. And then I got into education, where I've now been in the industry for over 20 years. So you can see there that I've had 3 different career changes in my lifetime, and who knows, I may have a 4th one. So it's just things to consider of when you're looking to invest so much, how it aligns with your future as well. And the last part is, will you be happy? You need to make sure that in any career that you select, you're going to be happy in the choice that you make, because it could be life-changing and lifelong as well. If you found this video useful, please give us a thumbs up. If you have any comments or things like that, please add them down below, because I always look forward to reading them. And if you think that this video can help somebody that you know, please share it with them. If you do consider studying in Australia, please find below the link to how to book an appointment with myself, and I'll see you in the next video.